the pussy at home. Or sometimes, like, they'll take a break. They're like, oh, look at this ass and titties. They'll be like, oh, yeah. You're laughing because you know it's true. You're dying, you did a silent laugh like a silent film because your woman's right next to you. She's like, it's okay, honey. It's okay. You and I see eye to eye. It's cool. I mean, you know where you're at. Take a look around. Take a look at me now. Just kidding, no. You know, as a woman, these are gold, Jerry. No, I wouldn't do that. Don't worry. You're like, really? No. Let's take a look at this screen, shall we? Holy shit. Oh, yeah. I'm always afraid that if I end up winning this thing, I'm going to have to hoist myself up on this because it's a little questionable. But it's okay. I have practice now. It's all good. Are you holding on for dear life? Sir in the back. It's okay. There's no men to steal your woman now, I promise. Some guys, when you go to the club, they're like so engulfed with their woman, it almost looks like they're conjoined twins. You like sports, FAUer? You do? Well, I'm going to tell you something. I played tennis and golf as a kid, and I grew up and I was a competitor. I could have been a contender. I could have still done it. But I decided to choose this instead. No, it chose me. But sometimes I'd pop up at the mouth with some shit I shouldn't have said. My dad would be like, Zoe, if you don't stop, I'd be like, yeah. You know, like white kid problems, right? White Jewish kid problems. I was japping off the chain. He'd be like, Zoe. I'm serious. I'd start running. I'd be like, no. No, but I'd be out of here if that were the case, you know. So, you guys are coupled up tonight. You know, I'm, just completely single. Clearly, like, can you imagine a guy dating me and be like, yeah, this chick, she does comedy. It's like my comedy pictures kind of look like I came off a roller coaster. I'm like, yeah. Like, let me see this chick you're banging, dude. It's like, no, she's a little weird. She does comedy. So that's how it feels. It's like in the front row, was someone up here like fucking and you guys were like, ugh. And like, was that what happened? Because I don't understand. Like sometimes in comedy shows, it's like 2, 4, 6, and then someone all the way in the back. And then people are like, why are you yelling, Zoe? I'm like, I'm projecting so they can hear me. Because like sometimes on the way back, I'll sit in comedy rooms intentionally. I'm like, I can't hear them for shit. But yeah, so... How am I doing on time, Carlos? Oh, I don't care. No, I can continue. I will continue. I just want to tell you. Like, remember when you were hitting on like a man, or like no, like you were hitting on a woman at the time, right? And she was looking fine from the back, like God damn. But she turned around and she was like, Holly, and your boy on the left of you was like, shit boy. He'd be like, yo, you see that fine piece of ass up there? He'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, fucking get it. But she turns around and she's like. And you're not looking at the face. The face is the last thing you're looking at. You do. You're looking at the feet. You're like, God damn. Ah! But I'm glad that's not the way it works for me. I have a really pretty face. The rest I'm working, right? Fuck it. But it's not even like that. Like, I love my shape. I do. It's like a throwback 1950s, you know? But the thing is with that, it's like when I'm dieting for that reason. Because, like, all the good parts stay, all the shitty parts leave. It's like stays, sort of leaves, definitely leaves. It's like sometimes I feel like I told you, I'm taking a picture and I'm like, yeah! And then I'm looking like, or like my hair does some weird shit. It's like, it's like I'm not done here. Like, stop it. Like, I'm still going, you know? But I don't know where all this uppity energy comes from. I don't know. We don't know. It's like, 1 minute. That was like my conscience. Like, do. 1 minute still on the clock. No, it feels like that. But yeah, my mom would be like taping kid videos of me. And she'd be like, Zoe, look at the camera. I'd be like, ah! Like, what kind of kid does that? And so I'd be like singing Celine Dion as a kid. And I'd have my dad's shirts on my hips and like I was all elbows and knees. I don't know what the fuck happened after that. But I'd be like singing Celine Dion. And then when I was 14 and 15 and 16 years old, Missy Elliott came on the spot. And then I was like, I was growing up, I was a helpless romantic. but now I'm a dire pervert. Like, and that's the way woman's supposed to be. On top of it, Eminem is my favorite lyricist. Like, if you're gonna play me, it's gonna be like, I don't know why. I know why these guys do that. I know exactly why. It's like, why are you gonna play this little nut? Why are you gonna play this girl? She has a heart of gold. You know why? Because she has a heart of gold. She has a heart of gold, and she loves like no other fucking woman on this fucking planet, okay? It's like all the guys I've ever dated were Latin. But this guy I'm giving an Italian mobster accent strictly because he played me so good he treated it like a business. He's like, these fucking bitch feeds me, she gives me my fucking space, she talks how much she would suck my dick. I'm like, that's the end of you. It's like a lab experiment. It's like, yes, yes. I'm always willing, thank you. I can't say, I'm trying to be a gentleman.
Good work, Zoe. As always, hilarious. You can tell her favorite musician's Eminem because she does comedy just as fast. It's amazing. Against Zoe tonight, we've got the one, the only, the swirl baby himself, Carlos Perry, everybody. Carlos Perry.
Hey guys, what's going on? Well, the name's Carlos Perry, as you can, see. Carlos Perry's comedy PunchOut. So, yeah, did you guys hear about this head transplant that went on then, at the end of the year, last year? It was great. This is what they did. They took two bodies. They removed both heads. They threw one head away. They took the good head and put it on the good body and started that shit up like Frankenstein. That's amazing. Because after so many years of science and research, doctors have finally found a cure to butterface. And it's right around time, too, because it was becoming a pandemic. It was right around with AIDS, right? I actually grew up lactose intolerant. So, when I told people, they were like, oh, my God, I can't believe it. You can't have ice cream? No, I can't have fucking ice cream. It's not that big a deal. But the weird thing was, I was learning about racial intolerance when I was learning about my lactose intolerance. So it came a little confusing. After a while, I was like, oh my God, no wonder those KKK people wear things over their face. They're not racist, they're just allergic to black people. I'm getting to a point in my life where I can't have a gray area. I can't have, it's either black or white. Fuck, I'm mixed. I am black and white. I am the gray. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. That didn't work at all. That wasn't funny. Gray is not funny. So, I like you guys. I like you guys a lot, but I don't know, you guys are incredibly hot. The ladies down here in South Florida, I'm from Georgia, you guys are incredibly hot. And it's not fair, because you guys are everywhere, even drive-through windows. When I'm ordering something from a drive-through window, I'm not supposed to be thinking, yeah, can I get that number 2? Can I get that with the pussy, please? Hold the emotional problems and babies. Supersize those lips and do not skimp on the grease. Anything special with that number 2? Yo, I'm only getting that number 2 because it comes with the pussy. All right. It's almost like a Happy Meal. That is the Happy Meal, actually. Pussy is the Happy Meal. I don't like stank vagina. I don't like stank vagina at all. This fucking, how does that happen? You're a woman. The one thing that makes us want you is bad. I can't, I call that pussy old yeller pussy. Because it's so bad you want to take it out back and shoot it in its face. That's a pussy that she's getting charged extra at the gynecologist. The stink pussy tax. All right. I hate stank vagina, but I love fat vagina. That's just amazing. I was with this girl this one time, and her pussy kind of just looked like a closed catcher's mitt. It was great. Because, like, she was about to catch all balls and strikes in that motherfucker. All right. Yeah, you guys are awesome. 1 minute? So, I'm black and white, so I can say nigger a lot. Like, but I don't understand why nigger is just so, like, bad nowadays. Because, like, there's so many acceptable terms for it. Like what happened? Like, did every single black person go to the black person summit and say, hey, nigger is not cool, but nigga, N-word, yeah, they're all cool. Don't worry about those. Okay. When I said nigger, I know all like the white guilt just mustered up in like one place. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I got my N-word permit. So I'll leave you guys with this. Nightclub bathrooms are amazing because I went into this one in Miami and it was like just all wall-to-wall mirrors. So like when I was taking a piss, like I could actually see a reflection of my dick in a different perspective of my dick pissing, and God damn it, that was empowering. Like, how did we miss the window for dick mirrors? Like, I could just see it way back in the day in the 20s, like a little kid, like, hey, get your dick mirrors here, get your dick mirrors. We're in 2018. You could probably see an infomercial for that. Say, like, if you get your first dick mirror for $19.95, we'll send you the second one free. We'll take care of all the shipping. You take care of all the handling. All right, guys. The name's Carlos Perry. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
There he is, my N-word himself, Carlos Perry. He gave me my permit as well, so it's fine. So come on back up. Now it's time for the punch-out portion of this particular other P word. So here's how this is going to work. Make sure that's on, first of all. It's not. Turns out it's not.
Is there anybody in there?
All right. So they're going to go and roast each other here for your amusement. First off, Zoe's going to go with a joke. Carlos is going to respond. We're going to go 3 jokes that way. Then we're going to give them 30 seconds to just roast the shit out of each other.
Oh, shit.
Back and forth for 30 seconds. So do you guys understand the rules of this here brawl?
Of course.
Yes?
No,
well, you
but
do.
I'm
You
gonna play
host
along.
the show. I think you got it.
I've done it
So you're going to
before.
start with your first joke, just a single joke against Swirl Baby himself. Are you ready? Zoe.
Carlos! How come if you're black or white, your name is Carlos? Was your mom fucking the wrong guy? And she was like, oh, well, I'm just going to name him that because that guy was fucking. Was that it? Oh.
One joke in the books.
Oh.
One joke in the books. Carlos, your rebuttal.
Oh, shit.
Your hair looks like you were terribly frightened at some point.
Just to clarify, do you mean that she was frightened terribly or that she was very afraid?
Like it's so afraid that it's still standing there.
I'll agree with that.
Zoe, you're up.
Well, Coyote Ugly, you have some stirrups in your pockets and you got some cowboys in there, but you're not very southern at all, are you? So I feel like you're putting on an act for us. Because you're Carlos, but you're southern, but you're black, but you're white. Like, what the hell are you, Carlos? You tell us.
Sorry. Did you say he's poor? What a racist bitch.
What a ripoff!
Here's a black guy on stage. He must be
He
poor.
must be poor.
I love blacks. Everyone knows that. I'm the biggest black advocate there
Holy
is.
shit. Zoe, do that stuff next time. All right, Carlos, your second joke.
Well, I am from Georgia, and I do ride cows, so after this, do you want to saddle up, or?
Ha! Do I get to rebuttal?
Doesn't even make sense. All right, yes.
If you ever seen my bit on where I stand with comics, it's like I saw a straggler. I was like, "Are you a comic?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Well, what you should have said was no, come up here, fuck me, and I'd be like, wow, that was a play. But I don't fuck comics. That's the one thing I don't do. Especially not someone named Carlos who isn't Latin. Because we all know that the type of guy I like is Latin. Clearly, that's been my history, my tracking. Carlos.
Oh, that roast, you needed to see all of her material for the last 2 years, and it would have been hilarious to you, though. That was... Carlos, your last joke, sir.
So, are you worried about having a kid that looks way better than you?
No, actually, I'm worried about having a kid, period, especially not with you.
Okay. Oh. All right, well, that was the back and forth. We're going to go now. Zoe, you've got 30 seconds to unload. All right, I want you to keep it pointed. I want you to keep it about Carlos. Be as funny as you've ever been and just
Direct.
ruthless.
Look at this, man. Love direct.
Look at all the shit that's wrong with this fucker. You can say so many things. I got you. You got this, all right? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Eye of the tiger. We're going to begin in
30 seconds.
3, 2, 1, go.
Carlos, you're barely taller than me. You're wearing a white shirt. This is not a wet nipple contest. All right? It's not time to settle up, all right, Carlos? Your freaking shoes. I'm telling you, women do look at shoes if they want to fuck you. That's for starters. Just like I said, men are looking at the feet. He's hiding his hands. You know what they say about men's hands. He's like, they're out, they're out. You picked on my hair, but to be honest, I love my hair and I'm content with it. But with your hair, on the other hand, it's part of that gray area that I can't tell what color it is.
All right, Zoe. End it with something nice about yourself. I like that strategy. Get them on your side somehow, but it's not with funny jokes. It's just complimenting yourself. All right, Carlos, are you ready? Are you focused? Do you think you can handle this? 30 seconds.
Oh, shit!
All right, 3, 2, 1, roast.
Your hips are as almost wide as a bus.
I agree with that.
Let's see here. You're talking about my shoes. Where'd you get those things out of a dumpster? Like, what is it? Like, it looks like you went to Hookers R Us and went straight to the clearance section for those shoes. So, like, you guys can't see those shoes.
Here.
Oh my God. See, look at that. Look at that. They're fucking horrible. Anyway,
I can't believe the idea that not only is there a store called the Hookers R Us.
Hookers R Us with a clearance section.
I mean, there's a premium section of Hookers R Us. All right.
That's where you get the clear heels.
All right, guys. So this is going to come down to you, the audience. I want you to think about their sets. Think about their roasting here. Think about their shoes, I guess. And we're gonna vote by round of applause. Jesus Christ. Not laced. He only has those ready and to take off so we can throw them over power lines later.
Chuck it on my head.
Just. All right, so give it up for Zoe. Who wants Zoe to move on to the next round? Look at those hands. Those are jazz hands if I've ever seen.
Jazz hands.
Who wants Carlos Perry to move on to the next round? I think that's clear. Carlos is moving on. Zoe, you got punch the fuck out.
Fuck.
What? I don't do it
are we doing the interview? I guess we'll do
I don't do it as good as Carlos does because I'm not as urban.
Not as urban.
Carlos, you've officially just moved on to the second round of your own show. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that last roast. She was throwing some zingers my way. I didn't know what to do. I had to pull out and come up with some great zingers myself and just.
I like how your 30 seconds, the first 15 seconds, where you just making no noise. I feel like that's just marijuana brain. Like,
just
takes you 30 seconds to realize something.
What can I say that won't be like too bad, but won't I won't be like hated. First saying it.
Oh, I think just because of your skin color, you're mostly hated.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mainly,
this is the South.
Mainly by employers, police.
It sucks that it's Carlos, too, because even an application won't get you through. Like,
actually, I almost got a cement foundations job just by having the name Carlos.
So what is your background? Like, where do you come from? Originally, where you...
I'm actually black and white and Indian. Not Indian, but Native American.
From India?
Not the improper Indian, the Native American. So I guess I'm 25% white, 25% Cherokee, and then whatever black that there is in me.
Okay. How long have you been doing comedy?
This is going on my 4th year, so yeah.
Congratulations. Where'd you
yeah.
start?
I started in the pits of the Laughing Skull in Atlanta, actually.
Make a really good beer, Laughing Skull
yeah,
Atlanta.
yeah.
That's it. Shout outs, Laughing Skull Atlanta.
Laughing Skull, yeah, Ben Evans.
So my favorite thing to ask comedians, especially if they've been doing it a while, everyone when they start off has like a terrible joke that they're embarrassed of, that they don't want anyone to know about. It was just some dumb, like the first thing you ever wrote down on paper and then forgot about because it never worked. What's your most terrible joke?
My most terrible joke is, you guys, this is the joke, by the way. Joke, insert right here.
Begin joke.
Begin joke. So you guys have heard of a BBC, right? Like a BBC, no, like a big black cock, right? So
Is it weird I went straight to the British broadcast network?
yeah, I'm mixed. I don't really have one of those. I don't really fit into that category. Like I have a BMC, and it's kind of awesome because I can be really trashy about it. Like, shut the fuck up and suck this big mixed cock. Whap! Fucking slap you in the face with it. Or I can be really classy about it. Like, oh, my lady, I would love to ravish you with my big mulatto cock. Fucking throw it over your shoulder like a fine fur.
You became South African at the end of that joke.
Yes.
That's really strange. But I guess they're mixed, so.
But yeah, that's the most interesting dick joke you'll ever hear.
Where can people find you on the internet?
Okay, Instagram, Carlos _Perry, not single, double, put 2 underscores.
The worst fucking Instagram. Don't make people do two. Just change your Instagram. You can do it.
Why? Like single is taken.
If someone tells me to go to their Instagram and there's 2 underscores, I'm gonna say fuck you. No, you're blocked. You're blocked and reported.
I don't know what I should do.
No.
Blocked and reported.
Change your Instagram. He'll tell you his new Instagram later, everybody. It's a nightmare.
Or just Carlos Perry Comedy on Facebook, or the Swirl Baby 1 on Twitter.
All right, everybody, there he is, the one, the only, Carlos Perry. Thank you, Carlos. Two underscores. What the fuck? All right, so next on stage, I believe that says Michelle. Michelle, come on up to the stage for your 5 minutes of fame on Carlos Perry's Comedy PunchOut. Makayla!
Thank you. How's everyone doing tonight? Woo, awesome, yes. So my boyfriend and I, we recently moved in together. And the one thing I noticed about moving in with a guy is that things start to become routine, like sex becomes really routine. Every time my boyfriend wants to have sex with me, he just approaches me and he's like, hey babe, wanna do it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go pee. You go get naked and meet me in the bedroom. And I run to the bathroom and then I pee. And then I just kind of like pirate perch onto the sink after I pee, cup water into my hands, and just splash it onto my vagina like a Neutrogena commercial to get that shit clean. Just exactly, Listerine that bitch. Get it extra clean if you have a stinky pussy, right? And you just put your hair in a sloppy bun, and if he's lucky, I might suck his dick. Maybe. Yeah, but things started being routine. I went to a baby shower a while back. We're going to do a full 180. I am not a fan of smooth transitions. Let's talk about babies now. And I didn't know they were so fancy. I came to this baby shower dressed with a romper on, like I just got off of a booze cruise. Like flip-flops. I was like, where's the champagne? It wasn't that type of party. Yeah, and then as the party favor, they gave me fruit. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with fruit, Gina? Shove it into a water bottle and call it dinner? If you're gonna feed me, at least give me Taco Bell. I'll deal with my burning asshole later. Like, but it's okay. That's not the first time I was in a situation where I didn't belong. I went clubbing in Miami with my girlfriends once. Yeah, we thought it'd be a good idea. And I thought that too until I walked into the club and I forgot how gorgeous everyone in Miami is. Everyone had a tit job. Every single girl. My boobs were so sad walking into that bar. I went straight to the bar, and then my girlfriends came up to me. They're like, let's go to the dancing level. I'm like, there's levels to this fucking shit. There's a dancing level. So I was feeling optimistic. I was like, yeah, let's go up to the dancing level. So we go up to the dancing level, and I'm going to describe to you what I saw. I'm going to break it down, female and male. So the females, they were shaking their asses so violently that they had to hold onto walls. Like they were afraid their ass was going to propel off their body and eat them or something. Like I don't know what was happening. I saw one girl, her friend was holding her leg while she twerked. That's a real girlfriend. That is support right there. I need that for my girlfriends. You hold my leg while I twerk on a couch. Yeah, and then the guys, they were just humping the shit out of these girls. Like I was at an ancient Roman dinner party. Like, pass me the bread, I'm mating! Like, what is this? And I'm just in the corner, like I'm in a Zumba class, like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I go to the bar, because I need to just, hydrate, and my card gets declined, because even my bank knows I've been teleported here, like I'm not supposed to fucking be here. They're like, no more for you. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm sweating, and I'm crying, and I'm trying to call my bank. And I just perch on top of the sink, and I just start splashing water on my pussy. Because, ladies, it is no longer a vagina. We're in Miami, and like Cinderella at midnight, it has turned into a pussy. Because you cannot pop a vagina on a dance floor, but you can pop a pussy. That's right. That's right. And I look over to the hand sink maid or whatever that lady is. And I go, hand me those fucking fruit. I shove them into my shirt, adjust, and I'm like, yeah, now my ladies are happy. Come on, bitches, we're going to Taco Bell. Thank you. That is my time. My name is Makayla.
Everybody, give it up for Michaela, the mintiest pussy in comedy, everybody. All right, now next up, it's going to be Michaela's opponent. He's known worldwide throughout South Florida as being the raunchiest, the dirtiest, the most offensive. I'm going to apologize ahead of time, in fact. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Dan Weiss.
Yo, how the fuck are y'all doing? Hell yeah, glad to see some life in this fucking place. I swear, most nights this fucking room's deader than Princess Leia. Yeah, I guess the Force wasn't with that bitch after all. But give it up for Carlos Perry for putting this shit together. You know, I gotta say, Carlos has aged well as fuck. I don't know his actual age, but you can tell he's a lot older than he looks, because he actually said the word nigger correctly during his set. As we all know, not only did millennials change the spelling, they changed the fucking definition. We all know damn well Kunta Kinte was nobody's nigga. That motherfucker was his own posse. But yeah, no, Kunta Kinte was the most gangsta motherfucker who ever lived. How many other guys, you know, can actually run from authorities after they took his fucking foot from him? I swear, you shoot a dude in the leg right now and they'll be like, oh, fuck, I'm hit. Y'all go on without me, I'm done for. Kunta not only got his foot chopped off, he had a fucking wife and kid he was running away from. He's like, fuck that shit, I gotta go. But yeah, a friend of mine was actually wearing a Kunta Kinte's favorite t-shirt recently. It said, straight out of plantation. You know, a lot of people claim God himself is black, which perfectly explains why he abandoned his own child and left him for Joseph to raise. It also explains why over 90% of the fucking Bible is grammatically incorrect. But yeah, so regarding his son, one thing I gotta say about Jesus Christ, Do any of the rest of you find it ironic that a fucking carpenter was nailed to death? Almost as ironic as the fact a dude with an infected dick is named Magic Johnson. But yeah, his Johnson's magical, alright? Ask any bitch he fucks without a condom. Magically makes warts appear around the clit. Even that's not as ironic as the fact a chick who was killed in her 30s was named Princess Di. But one thing regarding religion I've always found contradictory, how the fuck are Catholic priests called fathers? If you're a fucking priest, you can't be a father. Not unless they somehow found a way to impregnate little boys. But yeah, another thing I've always found contradictory, the Ronald McDonald House, a fucking charity home to raise money for the same terminal illnesses their fucking products cause. But yeah, what next? Is Newport or Marlboro gonna open up a fucking charity home for kids with severe breathing and lung problems? But I'm glad that went over well here. Last place I did that shit for, I bombed so bad ISIS sent me to Boston. And, yeah, and I'm glad as hell it's not a complete sausage fest in here like most nights. But yeah, compared to most nights, this fucking room looks like it has more tacos in it than the other side of Trump's wall. Yeah, my mother was in the room earlier. That bitch doesn't count, though. Her taco's no good anymore. Her meat's all dried out and stale. I know from personal experience. 1 minute. Good, he usually gives me the wrap it up signal, which is the same signal I wish my mom gave my dad over 30 years ago. Then you wouldn't be stuck with this piece of shit. So what did Hitler ask the cashier at a Jewish bakery? How much does the challah cost? What do O.J. Simpson and a dude with a huge dick have in common? Neither one of them can properly fit the glove. But yes, I'm currently banned from New York City for butt fucking the Statue of Liberty. I'm being brought up on third-degree charges of what's being called statutory rape. So before I go, I just want to say one thing I've always found contradictory as fuck about South Florida. How the fuck do we have so many World War II veterans here? I don't know about you, but if I was involved in Normandy, I wouldn't even want to look at a fucking beach for the rest of my life. I swear that'd be like John McCain moving next door to a fucking shooting range. So before anyone here tries to crucify me, I'm going to give the mic back to your host.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, I'm sorry, Dan Weiss. There he is. Makayla, come back up. All right. Let me ask you a question. Makayla, have you ever met Dan before?
I have not.
Dan, do you know Makayla?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's great. Since you guys aren't friends, you can be as ruthless as possible. I don't want you to pull any punches. Dan knows who he is. So just go all in. Dan, you got this? You feeling strong? You feeling ready? Makayla, you ready? You guys understand the rules of the Punch-Out?
Yes.
3 jokes back and forth and then 30 seconds each.
Okay.
Makayla, are you prepared? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. On a count of 3, start your first joke. You're number 1. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Well, I feel like the moment you came on stage, you yelled so loud, I think you shit yourself. Like you were so excited. And I didn't expect that. I think everyone else in the audience should.
You must save a lot of money shopping. You're like the only chick in this fucking room who doesn't need a fucking bra.
Aww. That was good. That was good. I see you confidently holding that mic because your masturbation hand must be really strong.
Strong.
I'm not sure whose bright idea it was to actually let you do comedy, because I can tell you're about as good at doing comedy as Michael J. Fox's at doing the fucking mannequin challenge.
Oh. I like your pants. They're really fun. They seem awesome. They have a lot of room for activity, but not any pussy, though. It seems like you get a lot.
Oh.
So, you may be cute, but I think after hearing your comedy tonight, I speak for everyone in this room and desperately hoping you eventually do us a favor and go the way of Robin Williams.
My boy Robin Williams. All right. So now you're gonna have 30 seconds to go in ham, okay?
All right.
Anything that was on your mind, anything you want to go in, he just referred to you as Robin Williams and wished that you died. So remember
Okay.
that
All right.
when you're going into this.
All right, let's go.
All right. 1, 2, 3, roast.
I really like your socks. My grandpa used to wear those. He also used to raise pigeons. You seem like the type of guy that I would fuck in college as like, kind of to raise money for charity. Let's see. You look like Captain America before he was Captain America. Let's see what else I got. Kind of look like the villain on Despicable Me. But I would fuck the villain on Despicable Me.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, Dan, are you prepared for 30 seconds of
I
raw
am.
comedy? All right. 1, 2, 3, roast.
You know, it's kind of sad because most chicks with no tits at least have an ass. But you're. But then again, you look like you're fucking 14. I would rape you, but I'm sure your parents wouldn't appreciate that. But the fact that they're not with you shows why you're so fucked up. You were neglected as fuck, it seems like. So.
Last one.
So you could do something more with your life, but I'm sure you're so fucked in the head that comedy was your last resort, and it's one more thing that you completely failed at.
Oh, my God. Guys, give it up for your comics, everybody. That was a hell of a roast battle. Thank you very much. All right, so now it's time to roast, to vote. Who wants Makayla to move on to the next section? It's pretty convincing. Who's in it for Dan Weiss? I feel like Makayla take that, but let me do one more time for Makayla. My boy Dan. Definitely on Makayla. Thank you very much, Dan. Good work as always. Makayla, have a seat. Let's chat.
Yes.
Let's talk about life and love and hate and how fucking hilarious that was. No. So Makayla, how long have you been doing comedy?
Since April, actually.
Guys, calm the fuck down. She's talking still. There it is. I know, Dan's exciting. I'm excited too. So this is, you said since when? Saturday?
No. April.
April.
Not Saturday.
Congrats. So you're fucking hilarious for someone who's just started.
Thank you.
What made you get into it? What made you start doing comedy?
I hate my real job.
Which is?
No, I'm kidding. I sell tacos.
You legitimately sell like just on the side of the street or in like a place?
I'm doing marketing. Marketing for tacos.
Oh, like to everybody.
To everyone. I
Like
market
you are the
tacos.
reason why tacos are sold nationally.
Yes. No.
That's-
I do marketing for a company that sells tacos.
Like a secret company that we're never allowed to know.
Tijuana Flats.
Tijuana Flats.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We have a great Tijuana Flats right up the street.
Yeah.
Those guys are rad.
No, but
Shout out to the Haleys.
I did comedy writing in college,
Okay.
and then I just kind of wanted to see how I would be on stage.
So what was your first spot? Like what was that night? Your first night?
My first night, I did the wine bar in Del Rey. It's called the Wine.
Yeah, where they have the wine and it's a
Yeah,
bar and you do
they
comedy.
had the cards you could insert.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
great.
Yeah,
Great.
But that was my first time I ever went on stage.
How'd it go?
There was like 3 people in the room, so it went as good as it could
Okay.
go.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you been writing ever since, or are you sticking with that same like set? What's your writing process like?
My writing process, so I kind of like just write whatever comes to my head, then I perform it by myself in my room in front of a mirror,
Okay.
and then I just cut from there. So that's kind of like how I have a little notebook that I just
If you were
collectively collect thoughts.
If you were to
in.
guess how much time you could probably do right now total, what would you say your total amount of time is?
I could do like 10.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Awesome. First, you're just starting out. That's
Yeah.
big round of applause for that. Who are some of your idols? Who did you look up to when you're writing and you're doing this stuff?
Oh, Ali Wong, 100%.
That's the Wong choice. I'm sorry. That was you're off the.
What are you talking? She's amazing.
I know it was a bad pun, and I didn't want to make it.
know.
It just,
I love Chelsea Handler in her heydays, like back when she was doing like more stand up.
yeah. That's still not bad.
Eliza Schlesinger.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
I know.
love Eliza.
So those are like my idols, and then I love Mike Birbiglia.
It's very sad. Like, I know he's doing jokes, but I just feel so sad after I watch a Mike Birbiglia special.
Really?
I think it's on purpose, but Mike, come on, man. It's not what the feels all the time. Like, every one of his movies just bums me the fuck out.
Have you seen his new special?
No. What's it called?
It's the new one.
That's the name of it?
Yeah,
The new one?
I cried during that one.
Of course
actually.
because it's sad as fuck.
But he's so good.
I know. So what do you want to do in comedy? Like, where do you see yourself in 2 more months?
So I don't know. I love doing. I love doing stand up during the stage performance, but I also actually I'm part of a nonprofit organization called Women in Comedy that
that's
kind of
awesome.
connects women in comedy. So I kind of like the whole business side of it too. So it all depends. I don't know. So
Women
I'm
in
doing
comedy.
both avenues right now.
Where do people find women in comedy if they want to look that up?
womenincomedy.com. You can just go and search.
So not
yeah.
.org?
It might be .org. I don't know. It just started. We just started the chapter in Delray. Our first event is called Inside Jokes. It's on August 21st.
Where at?
It's going to be at the Boca Black Box.
All right.
Yeah.
So even if
you're-
everyone bombs, at least the room will still survive. Black box? Just me. Thank you.
That's
Thank
my
you, that one
boyfriend. He'll
person.
always give me
What about
one.
you? If someone wants to find you on social media, do you have a comedy thing?
Yeah.
How many
So-
underscores?
Huh?
How many underscores?
It's just
Okay.
it's just m.beta for my
Good.
Instagram. Makayla Beta, but I have 2, my work account and then my personal account. And then on Twitter, it's Makayla_Beta.
Just the one underscore.
Just one
Good call.
underscore, one
All right, guys, that's Makayla. And if you want to see more Kayla, check her out online. So now we're going to have to whittle it down to the grand winner of this thing. That means that you and Carlos are going head-to-head
Oh.
in another round, the final round of Comedy Punch-Out. Makayla, are you prepared for this?
I'm not really, but I'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna let Carlos go first, so you can get a little bit of a hey, this is Carlos.
right.
We're gonna do the same. Carlos is gonna go first. We're gonna go back and forth. Same, the thing that we just did only moments ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that again.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Carlos, roast. Also, Micah.
Mike's on now. All right. So let's see here. I don't know you. I don't know you at all. Okay. What can I say about Makayla?
I don't have a tits and ass apparently. So
No tits in there.
I think it's what can I say that Dan Weiss hasn't said
Yeah,
already.
Yeah.
exactly. Like I
I
want,
know.
like just took all the skinny jokes away from me. Shit. What do I?
Here we go.
This is what happens to the mind of every black person when they see a
I
skinny
know.
white girl.
I know. It's just.
I'm confused by what this
Fucking-
is. I don't like
fucking-
it. I can't talk to it.
All right. Makayla kind of looks like that chick that you find in a crack house in a crack den. like no hope, no dreams, just baggy eyes and don't know what to do with it.
Ooh.
All right, that's fucking terrible.
No, that's fine. You look like the type of guy that would order me a salad on our first date and not help me pay for the abortion on the third.
That means she sleeps with him on the second date.
Or maybe even the first. Maybe even the first.
I'm a crack whore. You.
Obviously.
Oh, shit. Because you wouldn't. You definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. That's absolutely true. I probably would push you down some stairs, though. I probably would. I probably would.
counting it. That's a joke. There it
All
is.
All right. You look like the opposite of a fairy tale. If I kiss you, you wouldn't turn into a prince. I'd just get herpes.
So wait a minute. Is it which story though? Is it Rapunzel where the bush goes all the way down the castle? Like,
I think that's 3.
Bush Punzel?
Michaela, end us off, please.
Oh my God.
End this man.
You have a very punchable face, but I wouldn't want to break my masturbation hand. It's very precious to me.
Oh, shit.
That's
Oh
30
my
seconds.
God.
This is 30 seconds, right?
Well, not yet.
Oh my
No, that
God.
was her last. That was her third joke.
Okay.
Holy shit! Doesn't want to break her masturbation.
Don't want to do it.
Just for all of us, righty or lefty?
Right.
Carlos,
Right.
go lefty, man. You guys are making a mistake. It's like
Why?
a friend that you don't really know that well. All right, Carlos. 30 seconds of roast. Are you prepared?
As prepared as I'm.
Yeah,
gonna
because
get.
you weren't
Yeah,
prepared for that
yeah.
first part.
Yeah, I wasn't.
That was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you a second. Composure, get a breath. Tap into that inner angry black fellow that I know is living in there. 1, 2, 3, roast.
Makayla looks like the forgotten Olsen twins. Makayla looks like a bad elementary school day with guns. Makayla looks, because she looks so young. Makayla looks like the bad child in Blockbuster that won't stay away from the butter but keeps spreading it on herself like she's a little whore at a young age. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Makayla looks like Makayla looks like she could be picked up in a van and never seen again. Makayla looks like
That's 30 seconds of just pure insanity that I didn't know.
Oh my
Bad
God.
kid in a blockbuster, topical as fuck, Carlos. Bad kid in a. You're gonna look back at this and say, "What did I just say to this lady?"
Yeah.
Are you prepared to destroy this man
Yes.
in front of
Do
all
it.
of these people?
do it.
All
Guys,
right.
are you ready to watch her destroy this man? All right,
All right.
3,
All right.
2, 1, roast.
Well, first, I'd like to thank you for crawling out of your mother's basement to join us tonight. With all of these rape jokes, I'm going to go home and research you 100%, make sure that you're not on the predator list. Let me see. Oh my God, this is so hard. I can't think of anything else.
Oh no, you got that.
Jugular.
There it is.
I look like I'm young and I might be 15, but you look like the type of guy that would bring a 15-year-old to prom.
Oh, that's the end. Guys, give it up for your comedians. Like, I feel like he would go to prom now with a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And bring her in a van, too.
I see it.
Yeah.
Right. Guys, are you ready to vote for who's moving on to this month's paid stand up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start? Yes? You guys ready? You excited? All right. Who thinks Carlos won that? That's a goddamn right he didn't. Who thinks Makayla won it? Absolutely she did. Congratulations, Makayla. Carlos, you got punched the fuck out. And that is the end of our stand up, up, down, down, left, right pre-show called Carlos Perry's Comedy Punch-Out, hosted by me, not Carlos Perry. Thank you guys very much. And stick around. We're going to do our open mic after this, which is just kind of a way for comics to try out some new material. Not broadcast, but just a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much.